Welcome back to our channel, where we delve into the lives and accomplishments of some of the greatest sports legends. Today, we pay tribute to Terry Funk, a legendary professional wrestler and absolute icon in the industry. In this episode, we shall explore Terry Funk's awe-inspiring last words before he departed us, leaving behind a legacy that will forever resonate in the hearts of wrestling fans worldwide. So, grab a seat, get comfortable, and prepare to witness the profound wisdom and passion of a true wrestling legend. Before we dive into Terry Funk's impactful last words, let's talk a bit about his remarkable journey. Terry Funk, the Hall of Fame professional wrestler whose hardcore fighting style in the ring inspired decades of bloody brawls and entertaining matches, has died. He was 79. His death was confirmed on Wednesday by World Wrestling Entertainment, the company for which Mr. Funk's career exploded. No cause of death was given, and relatives could not be immediately reached for comment on Wednesday evening. Mr. Funk's wrestling career, which began in the mid-1960s and lasted 4 decades, took him around the country and world, from playing in front of sold-out crowds for WWE to entertaining fans in a growing Japanese wrestling market with All Japan. He quickly became known as a fierce wrestler who would wield many kinds of improvised weapons against opponents: chairs and ladders, barbed wire and bats, trash cans and fire. That extreme quality of his matches made Mr. Funk among the most celebrated wrestlers of his generation in a sport built on performer-athletes playing exaggerated or downright invented versions of themselves. Much of his highlight reels shows Mr. Funk in a bloodied mess, his long wet hair slicked back, and his face bleeding from some kind of punch, kick, or chair shot. He did not have the chiseled, six-pack build typically expected of a professional wrestler, but his frame was wide, his grappling of opponents was precise, and he displayed a barbaric creativity inside the ring that earned him the respect among his peers. Ric Flair, a retired professional wrestler known for his flashy outfits and extravagant lifestyle, said on Wednesday on X, formerly known as Twitter, that he had never met a guy who worked harder than Mr. Funk. Mick Foley, the professional wrestler who also had matches with Mr. Funk, said on Facebook that Mr. Funk was the greatest wrestler he ever worked with. Terry Funk was born on June 30th, 1944, in Hammond, Ind. His father, Dory Funk Sr., was also a wrestler, according to the book Pro Wrestling FAQ, All That's Left to Know About the World's Most Entertaining Spectacle. After Mr. Funk's father finished his tour of duty in the South Pacific during World War II, his family relocated to Texas, where the elder Mr. Funk became a well-known wrestler and promoter. It was in Texas where Terry Funk's love and familiarity with the sport deepened, and in 1965 he made his debut for his father's wrestling company. By 1985, he reached the World Wrestling Federation, and at WrestleMania 2 in 1986, he and his brother Dory Funk Jr., who is also a Hall of Fame wrestler, defeated Tito Santana and the Junkyard Dog. In 1989, he went to World Championship Wrestling, where he would have one of the most acclaimed matches of his career against Mr. Flair. The 20-minute contest was an I Quit match in which both men would scuffle and fight until one man surrendered. The match, considered a classic, was a showcase of the brutal realism that drew fans to pro wrestling, which determined the winner in advance. There were chest slaps from Mr. Flair, headlocks by Mr. Funk, tosses out of the ring, wrangling along the sidelines, hair yanks, and repeated shrieks from both wrestlers. Want to quit? Finally, when Mr. Flair wound Mr. Funk into a figure-4 leg lock, Mr. Funk, his face contorted in pain, said the words that prompted the match bell to ring: "I quit." Terry Funk, Hall of Fame wrestler, inspiring last words before leaving a legacy. Terry Funk's passion for wrestling was unyielding, and he left an indelible mark on the industry through his electrifying performances, and groundbreaking contributions. Whether in Japan's Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling (FMW), Extreme Championship Wrestling (ECW), or legendary NWA and WCW platforms, Funk consistently pushed the boundaries of what a wrestler could achieve both inside and outside the ring. His innovative use of weapons, his trademark brawling style, and his ability to engage the crowd made Terry Funk a true pioneer of hardcore wrestling. Despite the physical toll it took, Funk's dedication to his craft was unwavering, earning him adoration from fans, fellow wrestlers, and industry insiders alike. Now, let us shift our focus on Terry Funk's last words, shared shortly before he passed away at the age of 76. In the face of adversity and the relentless demands of his profession, Terry Funk remained an embodiment of strength, resilience, and relentless spirit. Just days before his departure, Terry Funk left us with these compelling words that resonated deeply within the wrestling community. In this business, you have to be willing to take the hits, get back up, and keep fighting. Life, just like wrestling, is full of pain and challenge. The key is to never back down, never give up, and always cherish the journey. The friendship forged, the lessons learned, and the crowds you've entertained, they define your legacy. Terry Funk's words carry an enduring message, reminding us that it is not just about winning championships or titles, but about the journey we embark on and the impact we make along the way. Throughout his career, Funk embodied the fighting spirit that defines professional wrestling and the resilience needed to overcome life's obstacles. Terry Funk's legacy extends far beyond the squared circle, as he inspired countless individuals to pursue their passions fearlessly, to face adversity with determination, and to always leave an impact. His name will forever be etched in the annals of wrestling history, and his spirit will continue to inspire generations to come. In 2000, in his mid-50s, Mr. Funk returned to WCW, winning the United States Championship and WCW Hardcore title belts. His final WWE match was in 2006. In 2009, Mr. Funk was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Mr. Funk also took his menacing image to Hollywood. In 1989, he played a bouncer in the film Roadhouse, which starred Patrick Swayze. He played the intimidating character Frankie the Thumper in the 1978 wrestling drama film Paradise Alley, alongside Sylvester Stallone. A full list of survivors was not immediately available on Wednesday. In Mr. Funk's autobiography, Terry Funk More Than Just Hardcore, he wrote about his fond memories of listening to his father talk about wrestling, how his eyes would sparkle with pride when they talked about the tough guys in the profession and the crazy ones. When I grew up, I was fortunate enough to live the wrestler's life, a life that gave me stories to tell, just like the ones I had heard as a boy, he said. Pirates, millionaires, kings, and adventurers have nothing on me. I would trade my life with no one. Terry Funk was more than just a legendary wrestler. He was an embodiment of passion, dedication, and wisdom. Despite his passing, his profound words echo through the halls of every wrestling arena, reminding us all to embrace life wholeheartedly and to seize every moment with unwavering enthusiasm. As we conclude this tribute to Terry Funk and the last words he shared before departing our world, let us remember that his spirit remains alive through the indomitable legacy he left behind. Thank you, Terry Funk, for being an inspiration to us all.